Hello for the replay. Hello, hello. Hello. Uh-oh. I hope my service is acting right. I live in the woods, guys, so hello. Tell me if it's coming in okay. How you doing? How you doing? I decided to come on here tonight just because I know I talk to y'all more on Instagram than YouTube, so I decided I would try Instagram tonight. So if you can hear me and see everything okay, go ahead if you don't mind. Oops, I'm hitting lights. Go ahead if you don't mind and give me a thumbs up or say that it's clear or fuzzy or whatever. Hello, Planograndma. Hey, Organized Chaos. Hey, friends. So I think if you put me in landscape, you can see what I'm doing, but the comments are going to kind of like run across the screen. We're going to do it this way because we're going to save it for my YouTube peeps and put it on YouTube later. For those of you who are not familiar, myself and Natasha of Lacasadenatasha. Tasha, if you're here, say hey or woot woot or whatever. We do a Wellness Wednesdays. And that is basically something that we recently started where we're trying to get together, planner peeps, and encourage one another for our wellness and self-care. If you haven't checked that out before, you can head to the link in the bio and look for my wellness playlist, and you can kind of get some more information on that. Or as you come along through this flip through, you'll see kind of what we're talking about. Tasha, are you still here? She might be here, y'all, but just can't comment. I know this is bedtime for her. So let me move these things out of the way so you guys can see what my my May looked like in my wellness and self-care gratitude planner. Many names, but all serving pretty much what I want to do for upkeeping myself. Back in spring, I made a spring bucket list for things that I wanted to do, just kind of for self-care and happiness. And there's been a lot of things on the list that I was able to get done in May, and then a lot of things that I'm still working on. So we're going to go through that. This is my check-in for May. And then next week, or Natasha will be putting her check-in on her channel during this week. And then next week on Wednesday, we will do a live on my YouTube channel, checking in with everybody that has been doing the mission with us. And if you have not been doing the mission yet and you want to do it for June, still come to that live so you can get some ideas of maybe some things that you want to set as goals for yourself in the month of June. Okay. Hey, Evie. Hey, Keita or Quita. I'm trying to drink from did y'all see my my stories about my broken cup? I'm still drinking from it. Okay. Anywho's and what's it? So first of all, let's talk about this sidebar. Mine Finished Awaken, that's the devotional book that I've been working on. I've been reading it more, but unless I just like focus on it in the next 2 weeks, I don't see me finishing it. So there you go. Wait, I have made some progress towards that. Not seeing a move on a scale, but I've been doing some walking, so I'm proud. I'm happy about that. And then the save money, let's not even talk about that. We're not even going to talk about that. Water, yes. Sleep, not really. My journal or 365 planner, I need improvement on that. I have not checked in with the person that I needed to check in with yet, so I still need to do that. As far as beauty or outer appearance, I did get my eyebrows done this month, which is huge for me because I will go months without getting my eyebrows done because they're so thin. It doesn't bother me for them to not be arched. Might bother other people, but it doesn't bother me, so I'm good with it. Walk, I've done. I wanted to take 2 soak relaxed baths this month. Did not get that done yet. I still got time because it is the 22nd, so that can still be done. Paint nails twice. That's iffy. I would say that's probably happened like one time. It's happened once. And then to read, that has happened. So I actually need to I'm going to put a little check by the reading because I have been doing that. Okay, so what you see checks by were just basically things, I didn't check this, that we talked about doing and it got done. So daughter's birthday was this day and she had a wonderful time, so that was awesome. Okay, so I'm going to kind of semi-cover this up because it has people's names on it. This was for the first week of May. And this is just kind of like reflective thoughts of what went on that month, or that week. And this week, one of the main things that helped me was a devotional that I focused on. Hey, Fatty Girl Planner Babe. Hey, Renee. Thank you so much. One of the things that I focused on, my inspiration for that week, was a devotional called Who Ate My Rhino? I'm still editing my vlog from Vegas, so I talk a little bit about this Who Ate My Rhino devotional, and I will tell you that that's there. But basically it talks about a grateful heart and being content and grateful for what you're given and not staring or focusing on what you've missed out on and what other people have received. So that devotional really helped me for that week. And my weekly gratitude was just really thinking about all of the people it took to help me be away for 2 weeks from my 3 littles. And now I wasn't away from them, all of them for 2 weeks, just mainly my youngest. So I was very thankful for that ability. And then this is a little note that I wrote to myself. And I'll read it to y'all. I don't mind sharing. It says, when you start your day with meditating on God's word and asking him to lead you, amazing things happen. When you focus on others within healthy boundaries, you find freedom and you can encourage others to find the same. So that was that. This was my goals for while I was in Vegas, and all but one was met. And I really felt like that was not met because that was something that I put on myself. I really feel like God had me meet who I needed to meet. So this was just really a good time. This week I was away. This actually the weekend. So Thursday through Sunday I was away. I got to meet my planner bestie for the first time, who lives on the West Coast. That was I felt like that was just a wellness for me, like to have my own alone time, be able to have adult conversations uninterrupted. I painted my nails while I was there. I got to see family members that I hadn't seen in a long time. Doggone, I went to Disneyland it was just a fun week. It was a fun week. So here, okay, I did some work here. I exercised this week 3 times. That is phenomenal because last month I was slacking. I got devotionals in, like only one like full out read, but so I really only mark this when I feel like I've had time to really like not just read it but focus on it. And so I did get one day in, and that I was grateful for that one day. Water, I have to still improve on that. And Spanish and library were just out of the window my first week coming back. So I'm really giving myself grace for this week in May, because it was me transitioning back to being at home. But on the same token, I might not have done all these things, but I walked 5 miles. Well, actually 5.7 miles on this Saturday. And that's been the longest that I've walked in like one time since I had my son, February of 2018. So I was very proud of that, and I was very thankful for that, because that took for my husband to, make that time available to me. Even though I did have one child with me, he had the other 2. So I'm so thankful that worked itself out, and like he wasn't at work. He didn't have to be at work or anything like that. So that was really good. And then some other things happened that were very like great, but not huge. Oh, I took the time to blow out my hair and get dolled up. I was dolled up at the airport, so I really enjoyed that. I watched a movie that I had been wanting to watch. So I did a lot. I didn't get everything done that I wanted to do, but I did a lot. So that was that. And then this is last week. So last week was a creative week for me, and I was very thankful for that. And I also got some things done that I had been meaning to get done. I don't think I crossed them out here, so I'm going to do that with y'all now. Hey guys, it was sparkles everywhere. Guys, we're just going through my wellness planner, and I'm sharing what wellness items I was able to get done, and very thankful that I was able to get them done. Okay, so I know I was able to take a long nap. I was able to walk. I did not do a picnic alone, but I did walk. And I did go through my makeup. And I read. Oh my goodness. So last week, y'all, this was something big that I just really did not think I was going to be able to do. And like, this is big for me. I purchased myself some flowers. I always forget about that, but I was so happy to make that happen. I slept in on Mother's Day. Oh, and I created something new this week. Oops, you can't even see it now because it was white. So, yes, let's talk about it. Hey, Mimi. How you doing? Hey, y'all, hey. If y'all have any questions, too, please ask. Like, I can see you. Even though, like, my camera's all the way up here, I have another device. So, I can see you guys. Hey, Nicole. Okay, so then this weekly sheet. Yeah. This weekly sheet. Oh my gosh, how else did I forget about this? So I was able to do a really funny spoof video on my YouTube channel, which was huge for me. Very, very huge for me. I really, really, really was thankful that I was able to get that done. Hey, Shamiria. This weekly sheet, yes, it is only in the accessory pack. It's the wellness accessory pack. Great question. All right. Hey, Nita. So, okay. And then here, this was another thing that I read that really fed my soul this last week, y'all. Because I was working on that spoof. I was nervous about it, y'all. I was like scared to do it because I was like, I'm going to look retarded. I'm putting a swimsuit over spandex pants. Like, is anybody going to know what this song is? Like, all this fear was like on me. And I was like, I'm not, like, I shouldn't do this song. Like, this is so lame. Like, all this negative self-talk. And, oh, and then I had excuses that I could have not done it. I was like, my daughter's birthday is on Tuesday. Like, I should not be doing this. But I'm so thankful that I went ahead, wrote the lyrics out, recorded the track, planned out how I was going to do it. I tried to do it with some friends. That didn't work out. I wanted to quit after that. But then, you know, I was like, no, like, I really want to do this because it's really like fun to me to do things that are silly and that I can laugh with people with and about, to kind of, you know, like help me take my mind off of things and help other people take their mind off of things as well. So it was, you know, really enjoyable for me to make it. It took my mind off of stressing about, applying for the Happy Planner Squad. Let's just keep it real. And, thank you so much. She loves planners. Thank you. You're so sweet. So yeah, so like I pushed through and I was able to do that. And that's something that's definitely for me. That was, you know, for me and for other people. So I felt like that was self-care because I did not suffocate my creativity. I didn't allow negative thoughts to suffocate that in that fear of like, oh, nobody's going to watch it. Nobody's going to like it. Stop me from following through on an idea that was given to me. And when I say given to me, like, I feel as though like God gave it to me because I was praying and then it just popped into my mind as I was driving from Vegas to the southern part of California. So anyway, long story short, that was one of the big things for this week was that I followed through for that. My daughter's birthday was on Tuesday, and I took the time to make a cake with her. She's 4. What else happened? Oh, my oldest daughter had a reward ceremony, like a certificate kind of night on Thursday, and I was so proud of her, so thankful that, you know, even in the midst of a school year where we brought a new baby home, and it seemed like it really affected her at the beginning of the school year, that she was still able to do wonderful things. Even though that's her own accomplishment, I was so grateful that I was able to support my daughter in doing something great for her. And me giving her the space and freedom to do that, even at 6 years old. Like, you know, I really gave her her own planner, told her she was in charge of getting her homework done. There were a couple of times that we had to remind her throughout the school year, but she did it. Like, she accomplished that. And so that was very rewarding even as a mom, because I was thankful that I did not do the helicopter mom thing this school year, and she was able to, you know, obtain her goals on her own. So I was so thankful for that. Oh, and I'm trying to think. I feel like I'm going off topic, y'all. Oh my goodness, there were some other things. Oh, and then I walked again on Saturday. Was so thankful that I walked again. And here's the kicker. Here is the kicker. The first week I walked with a friend. This Saturday, I ended up having to walk by myself. And before I went, I was like, I don't want to walk by myself. This is 5-mile walk. This is going to be so boring. I don't want to do it. Like, where are all these negative thoughts coming from? Right? Well, I find personally, anytime that I'm trying to do something for myself that is wellness, self-care related, I have all this opposition that is usually coming from internally. Why is that? Why is that? Why do y'all think? Do y'all have that? Let's talk. Let's take a minute to chit chat. What does anybody have any like 2 cents? Maybe you don't have those thoughts. Maybe give me your thoughts of why you think some people go through that. If anybody has anything to say. I know we have teachers here. We have sassy planners here. We have lovers of planners here. I know somebody has something they can think of. I'm drinking my water. Okay, so doubt. You think it's because we doubt ourselves, low self-esteem. That's because that it is something that you will be blessed for. All right, Evie. Yes. Doubt the ability to do it. Anxious, self-doubt. Usually come from a place of fear, maybe a fear of failure. The enemy doesn't want you to do it. Okay, you guys all have good reasons why that could be happening. Yes. I think for me, it's the flexing of changing and growth and in a little bit of fear. Now, for me, some of these things, definitely the fear for the creative thing, and a fear of I think, what's the word I want to say? A perfectionist attitude for me. I know for me, like with creative things, I have in my mind how I want it to be. And like there's that perfectionist attitude. Well, if I can't get it the way that I want it to be, I'm not going to do it at all. Sometimes that happens, like for me, and it's happened a lot in the past. Like if it can't be that way, I'm not even going to bother. And then the other thing that's happened for me is just being like comfortable and not and like kind of having to fight against myself for growth. Now, walking for that 5 miles, just so you can know a little bit about me, the longest distance that I've ever walked or run is like 16 miles. So 5 miles is honestly, like my body just has to get reacclimated. It's to me like I know I can do it. There's I know the ability is there, but I haven't been doing it, and so there's the change of am I going to be gone too long from the house? I have a 1-year-old now. Like normally I was doing that, and I had the youngest person in the house was 2. Where are there other things that I could be doing with my family right now? Am I being selfish by being gone this long to take a walk? What what else have, like, those are the things, the little nagging, little passing thoughts that come for me. Because for me, if somebody tells me I can't do it, usually that's a motivating factor for me. Like, oh, I know I know that if I try, I can do it. So that kind of like lights a fire under me, which is really weird, I think. In my book, not saying other people who are motivated that way are weird, just for me and how I think of myself. I'm like, why do I need somebody to doubt me for me to do something? So like those are the things. That's why those little thoughts I know come for me. I would say fear and being and trying to be a perfectionist. And I would agree with you, Evie, too. Like, I do believe in what the Bible says, and the Bible says that the enemy comes to kill, steal, and destroy. To kill you, to steal your joy, because the joy of the Lord is your strength, and to destroy you, because if he destroys you, you can't effectively encourage or touch other people's lives, right? So if my joy is stolen, and I'm not exercising and taking care of my body, eventually I'm going to expedite the process of my life, right? Oh, self-care journalist. Is it also fear of not being needed anymore? Oh, I don't know. That's a good question. I don't know. That's a really good question. Ooh, that's something to chew. That's something to chew on, self-care journalist. You know what? Because I don't know if that's it for myself, but I will say that with this last baby, I did struggle with not breastfeeding as long as I did with the other two. And the fact that he could take a bottle it bothered me just a little bit. So I don't know if that might be what's also like robbing me of my desire to run and walk. That is a great point. How do you feel like what do you think is holding you back with that fear of not being needed as a mom? If you want to share. Hey, Dash. Hey, Sarah. Oh, she says she's always having a checkup on her kids when they're perfectly fine, and it usually happens when she has some free time. Oh my goodness, yeah. I hate that too. That I want to be a super mom mentality. Yes. That is, oh my goodness, you guys, I like to say this, that's some meat and potatoes. That is something really, really, really to think about. Something to really think about. Oh my goodness, y'all, that is really good. That's really good. When those feelings come, I'm going to check in with myself and see if that might be related. Because I honestly can't say if that's what it is for me. Oh, I do know what it is. Y'all, let me stop. I'm going to be, no, you're fine. Don't be sorry for the typos. It is late at night. I'm just going to be honest. I think what it might be for me is, once I get healthy, it never fails. I have 3 kids, and every time I've gotten healthy, every time I've gotten closer to where I want to be ideally with my health, I end up getting pregnant. And so I think I might have a fear of getting pregnant again, to be honest with you. And not going to go into why or if that's a good choice for us right now, but just to be honest, that might be what's lurking behind my fitness laziness. It very well might be. I want to do everything for my kids and husband, and I'm really spreading myself thin. Yep. Hey, Amanda. Okay. So, ooh, that was good. We got deep. Okay, so this is this week. And you guys see where I am, right? So, I have not marked off everything, but I'm going to mark off. I know, let's see, we did a devotional. What was yesterday? Tuesday. We haven't exercised yet. You see, I'm not sleeping. I've been speaking Spanish, but I haven't done official. I use the Duolingo app. And this is what this is for. This is here for me to mark every time that I go into the app and actually finish the amount of lessons that I'm supposed to do. And I have not done that this week. Let's read this scripture together. How about that? Thank you, Amanda. He did a good job, didn't he? He did a good job because he let me pick it out. I got my ring after being married for 1 year. So he was sweet. Okay, so if anyone wants to be proud, he should be proud of what the Lord has done. It is not what a man thinks and says of himself that is important. It is what God thinks of him. 2 Corinthians 10, 17 through 18. I needed a little bit of that this week. I just really did. And then, let's see. So I've just written an idea on the back of this paper that I have for one of my planners. So that's what's on the back of there. But I did not do my focus and priorities yet. I've been drinking water, but haven't written those down. And usually what I do is I kind of I try to fill this out on Sunday, but this week it got away from me because we had like a birthday party on Saturday that did more than, it was fun and it took up a little bit more time than I had anticipated. And then I got a chance to plan with my daughter on Sunday, which the video for that should be up soon on YouTube. She is hilarious. So if you guys think you might want to have fun with that, look for that before the end of the week. So anyways, I did this spread with her on that video, but I did not fill out the sheet. And so the main thing that I've done for my my wellness and self-care so far this week has been, I went shopping for a body scrub at Target. Evie probably knows, Erica probably knows, that there's a body scrub that's like $3.28 at Target right now, and if you have a coupon you can get it for $1.28. So I was like so stoked that I went and found it. Okay, self-care journalist says that I encourage you to keep doing all that you have been doing for yourself. You're truly inspiring me to continue to work on myself after having a baby too. Well, thank you. Thank you for encouraging me and letting me know that it's inspiring you. Thank you so much. Evie, did you go get your body scrub? Hey, Erica. Self-care journalist, how old is your baby? I'm curious. I love talking about baby stuff. All right, guys. So that is the recap for the month so far. We only got one more month left. And then, and as you see, I think I'm going to do another video where I flip through February through May. This I think was actually January sheet. So yeah, so we can talk about how this planner has been working out for me. Nope, you didn't go. Okay. Well, girlfriend, I called stores to get my stuff. So if you don't want to be running everywhere, I definitely suggest it. And if you want to DM me for the number to give the Target associates, let me know. I have a sticker hanging off, y'all. I gotta cut it. All right. Well, guys, do I have a treadmill at home? No, I don't. And y'all, honestly, like before I had kids, I used to walk my neighborhood, but my neighborhood is very woodsy and hilly, and there's no sidewalks. So my husband and I don't feel comfortable with me walking with the kids, especially since I had a car accident where our car was totaled on my street. So y'all see my buddy telling me to go to bed because it's 12:05. I'm happy I might be able to sleep in tomorrow because today was the last day of school. But Tasha's right. So anyways, I used to walk the neighborhood and I don't anymore because of me walking with children and my huge stroller in the middle of the street. Like, it's just not safe. So, but if you guys have any other suggestions, like workout suggestions for me, let me know. The only other thing that I could see me doing at home, which is something that I used to do, and that was Beachbody. And Beachbody was great. If you don't know about Beachbody, like, DM me. Thank you. One of my lovely IG friends sent me this. Her name is it's Sadie. Whenever I think of her name, I always want to say Shady, but it's not Shady. It's Sadie. Sent me this cover, and I'm so thankful to her for it. It looks really cute. Okay, guys. So thank you for chilling with me. I think you asking me those questions has me thinking about. I'm actually going to pull out my old training book that I used to train for my half marathon. I think I need to start doing some of those workouts. I actually have my eyes on it right now. If y'all want to see that, let me know. You can either comment right now or DM me. Like, not see it right this second, but if you want me to do a video where I go through that, let me know. I made sure I kept that so if I ever wanted to train for a half or a marathon, which a marathon is on my goals list, that I would have that training, the training that I did and the meal plans that I had, that I would have that to go back and refer to. So I think I might pull that out, and I might pull out some of my old Beachbody stuff. So, okay, Tasha says yes. Yeah, Tasha, you'll tell me yes for anything. Y'all, Tasha is like one of my besties. I swear we were like separated from preschool. Evie wants to do a live with someone and we can actually do a workout together. I know it sounds crazy. Girl, no, it doesn't. That sounds fun. People would love to watch that. Yes, Beachbody. Thanks for the chat. And I'd love to see anything you want to post. Okay. All right, I'll do that. Self-care journalist, what's your name? If you want to share it. I always have to say that. You can DM me too, if you want to. But if you don't want me to say it when I see you, Tracy. Okay. It's like, if you don't want me to see it when I say it when I see you again, don't tell me. Yes, I'm your planner sister. All right. Okay. It's 12:08 and I need to go talk to my husband before he goes. Tracy from Toronto. TT. I'll remember it. Tracy, Toronto. Yay. I'm going to remember it because I'm going to write it in my happy planner, Tracy. Because you know I'm a mom. And you know how some moms' brains work. Oh, that's my face stuff. Okay, loves. Thank you so much for coming to hang out with me. I love you more than you even know. Buenas noches, mi amigas. Bye-bye.